Welcome to Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and Sean. Today I have a special guest. His name is Gavin, and what Gavin is here to do is his buddy David that he goes to college with here locally in Bend. He has a second Gen Tacoma with a noise that's been going on, and Gavin, being the good friend that he is going to try to help out David, and I'm going to try to help the guy out too. So I'm going to get Gavin in front of the camera so he can describe the symptoms, and then together we're going to see if we can figure this out.
All right, so on David's truck, we've got some unnecessary friction in the front. You can feel it when he's driving down the highway. It's just every rotation. It's like a woof, woof, woof is the best way to describe it. Couldn't tell if it was a wheel bearing or maybe something in the CVs or the front diff. So we're gonna figure that out.
So the first step we're gonna do is I'm gonna jump in the passenger seat. I'm gonna let Gavin drive to hopefully narrow down where it's coming from, because noise travels. A lot of times somebody thinks it's a noise coming from the front end, but it's actually the rear end. So hopefully by both of us listening while driving around the neighborhood, we can most likely figure out, is this a front end noise or a rear end noise? But regardless, after we get back, we're gonna get it up on the lift, and then hopefully we could detect where that noise is originating from. All right, so we're gonna get going on that test drive. So Gavin, have you noticed, is it worse at different speeds, or do you pretty much hear it all the time?
Kind of hear it all the time, but I mean, at higher speeds, the road noise kind of matches it and it just blends in, I would say.
So we have a better chance of hearing it going slow then?
Yeah, around 20.
Okay, perfect. So we'll just drive around my neighborhood then.
You can start to feel it. It almost feels like friction.
You can actually feel it.
Yeah. It almost disguises itself in the bumps.
I kind of can hear that womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
How are the brakes when you apply them? Are they even? Okay, it's braking fine.
Yeah. Pads looked like they were just replaced recently.
It almost sounds like it's coming from the left side, huh? And you notice it under a load when you're giving it gas and coasting?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it was under a load, I would be more suspecting U-joint, drive shaft problem. But it's doing it under coasting. Actually, let me drive it now. I want to see if I could feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Now, did your buddy Dave experience this after any work he did that he paid for, like a brake job or anything?
He got his tires balanced and rotated, which is something he doesn't often do. So they had to heavily balance his front tires and add 14 ounces to the front.
Okay.
After that, he said that the vibration was definitely more noticeable, the feeling.
Really? So
Yeah.
It got worse after balancing the tires?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's a little bizarre.
Yeah, his main use of this car is just straight away on the highway from Redmond to Bend every day. So that's where he feels it the most.
That is odd. So it got worse with the wheel balancing,
Yeah.
but the problem was there before.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's tied to the wheels then, so maybe it is a wheel bearing. All right, no need to actually go on a faster road. We can reproduce the noise, speed of about 20 miles an hour. It's definitely rotational, and it's kind of a clunk. But it's not necessarily going for every rotation of the wheel though. So we're gonna have to get this up on my lift and investigate further. All right, we got it on the lift. We're gonna go up a little bit, shake it, make sure that's not gonna fall off the lift, and then we're gonna go up a little higher and start checking some things out. Just push on the rear bumper and just up and down. Okay. Looks like it's not going to come off the lift, which would be a bad thing. Okay. Just going to do one last double check. Okay. Let's go up more. First thing I want to do is check how the front wheels are rolling.
Kind of sounds like it.
It kind of sounds like
I think
it kind of sounds like it's mimicking that kind of womp womp that we're hearing.
Does it sound like a dry front diff to you?
It does sound like it's coming from the diff. But let me check the other side. Ooh, does not do it. It's not doing that noise. Huh. So it's definitely has to do with that side. So I wonder if it could just be a CV axle. Who knows? I mean, but I've never heard a CV axle make a noise like that. Okay, I'm gonna jack this up even higher. I'm gonna be listening right here, right where the CV axle goes into the carrier on the driver's side. Go ahead. I want you to feel what I'm feeling, Gavin. So put your hand right on the carrier here, and I could actually feel it clunking. You let me know if you feel the same thing.
Yeah.
You could
100%.
feel something, right?
Yeah, something in here.
You know what? It could be because these needle bearings in the carrier, they have been known to go bad. And a fix for those is the East Coast Gear Supply, what do they call it? Oil impregnated bronze bushing. So I wonder if it's just a needle bearing and not actually something worse. Is this guy known to go four-wheeling?
No, but I mean, he's definitely got a harsh angle on these. I feel like it's just straight on.
So I'm gonna get my mechanic stethoscope and I'm gonna listen at different points and see if I can determine where it's coming from. Okay, I got my mechanic stethoscope on and I'm gonna start listening while Gavin turns it. Go ahead. Just keep going. It definitely sounds like shit. Here, you go ahead and listen. I can't determine if it sounds loud throughout the carrier. It sounds loud right where the needle bearing is, but that just could be
the vibrations traveling.
Yeah, it's traveling, but we are going to check the gear oil because it does sound dry. The damn thing sounds dry. So yeah, we're going to check the gear oil, but I'm going to let you listen to it right now. See what you hear.
Huh. Definitely sounds louder right there than over here.
Okay, so that's where the needle bearing is. Okay. Hey, check this out. He's got a leak.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I wonder if he's low on gear oil. So definitely on this side with the differential tube, it doesn't make any noise, but this has a totally different style of bearing. This is a bigger type of roller bearing, not a little needle bearing like on the driver's side of the carrier. So that has no noise, but I see a drip of gear oil here. So I'm wondering, could this thing have been leaking long enough to where he lost all of his gear oil? We're gonna soon see. I'm gonna take the fill plug out and see if I could feel any gear oil up there. See if I could break this free. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's not all the way down, but it's down a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell if I'm just hitting some on the side. So I think what we'll do is do David a solid and we'll top this thing off and see how much it takes. So I'm just using one of these cheapo pumps that you can get at an auto parts store, and I'm just gonna add some 75/90 to his diff, see if it makes any difference, but it's definitely not all the way up. Let's see how much this thing will take. And drink the rest of this one. Is it dripping out? It still needs a little more. Okay, I'll have to get another container out. All right, we got another container. Let's see how much more we could add to this thing.
Here it comes.
Oh yeah, okay, it's definitely topped off now. The front differential does not take that much. I think it's just like 1.5 quarts. So the fact that I added that much, it's not a really good thing. So now let's turn this thing and see if it makes a different sound. Nope. But yeah, the gear oil didn't change the sound. No difference, huh?
No. Oh.
So you see that? That could be fixed with the East Coast Gear Supply bushing. And then check it out over here because it's a totally different connection. Like I said, he has that bigger roller bearing, way less play. But when you get all that slop on this side, that has something to do with the needle bearing and then just the way Toyota made the carriers. The way the spider gears interface with the carrier is not like a machined connection. So there is wobble in there, but that's quite a bit. We'd have to investigate further, but I'd hate to do it without having the East Coast Gear Supply bushing in hand. This is what I think it is. I think it's the needle bearing. And if we extract that using the East Coast Gear Supply extraction tools and then install a bushing. I think that might fix the problem. I think it's the needle bearing. Like I said, I don't want to pop this thing out, because if the needle bearings are like free floating in there and they've become detached from the little cage, then we're kind of hosed.
Would they go into the differential potentially?
Potentially, yeah. When we pull the CV axle out, we have to look in there carefully and see, is there needle bearings that are free? But that play is what I'm suspecting is the cause of his noise.
Do you think some needle bearings could have already potentially gone into the front diff?
No, because the CV axle, the stub shaft that goes into the carrier, holds them in place.
Got it.
But once you pull it out and the cage is mangled, then the roller ball bearings could fall out.
Gotcha. It's a lot of play.
That's a lot of play. Spin it one last time. And you felt like when you were listening with the mechanic stethoscope, you thought it was louder right where that bearing is.
Yeah, it was a stronger sound right there versus over here.
Okay. That would be the first thing that I would check. Even if it isn't, and it's actually something inside the front diff, then you're not really wasting any money putting that bushing in, because that bushing is way superior than having the needle bearing. It's going to last pretty much forever.
Yeah.
So tell your buddy that we think we've figured it out, and the fix is ordering one of the East Coast Gear Supply bushings, and I already have the extraction tools, and I have the installation tool. And then since he has a sign of a leaking axle seal on the passenger side, what we should do is we should pull both CV axles out and replace both of the seals. But that one's clearly leaking, and because this fluid was a little low, and you could see where the wind was pushing it back, it's wet on this cross member. So it's a halfway decent leak. Gavin and I pretty much think we have it figured out. It's that needle bearing on the driver's side of the front differential carrier. It's very well known to give people problems, especially after a suspension lift. And this rig has a suspension lift. At a more extreme CV axle angle, it puts more pressure on that little needle bearing, and it just can't handle it. And then by learning from East Coast Gear Supply, what they said makes sense. The way the spider gears interface with the carrier, it's not a very tight machine connection. There's a little bit of movement there. And so with that little bit of movement in conjunction with a needle bearing that just can't handle that kind of angle and load, then the needle bearing starts to fail. You get even more play in the interface of the CV axle with the front differential, and then you get a noise. It's kind of interesting though, because what I've heard mostly is that you hear it more at freeway speeds, and it's kind of a womp, 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 but we definitely didn't hear it at faster speeds. It was very, very noticeable at about 20 miles an hour. You can feel it and hear it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Gavin and his buddy David back to the shop, and we're gonna film a East Coast Gear Supply bushing installation on his second Gen Tacoma. With all that said, we thank you for watching Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and Sean, and special guest Gavin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click on that subscribe button. Also click on that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when we put up new content on our channel, which we are always, always, always putting up very helpful and sick mods kind of content like this video here. Peace out. Happy wrenching. Bye-bye.